Okay, so they did it all on its own. All right. So, hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Thursday to you. Yeah, it's Thursday, the last of March, the last day of March, March 31st. And I'm at a place where I'm, I'm, I'm going to speak the truth. uh, um, um, I've been wanting to like not speak out anymore. Not like I don't know how to really word it, but I know it wasn't me coming up with not wanting to speak because I'm a person who I love to speak out. I love to, talk now. But I was being disobedient to God by not wanting to do it his way. Because I just always felt like my testimony and my story really wasn't relevant. And now I see that that's not true at all. Just speaking with, people, I know now that we really have to share our testimonies. We really do. Because you never know how your testimony can affect someone to really live in the reality of their lives and help you still live in the reality of yours. So I speak a lot about my addictions. I do. I don't take it for granted that God has brought me through them, by no means. Um, so I am trying to be obedient to God now by, I don't know how He's going to do it. Not my job to kind of know it, but I really want to go into an area that I felt a little bit uncomfortable with. Um, like feeling like I just didn't qualify, or, would nobody like, oh, I survived, so, how can I help somebody else? I mean, it was hard for me to come through, so how do I do that for someone else? And to be honest with you, this is how it happens from me sitting here. Not every part of helping someone has to be where you go back to school and you get all the documents and all of that stuff. Do you find help? I know I had to view myself really hard because I had where actual doctors was trying to help me. Then listen, you know who helped me come to the realization of I was an addict and I needed help? A former addict. That's what it took. It took someone who I know was an addict and struggled hard, that I felt I can connect with because they weren't judging me. They went through what they went through and they helped me. And then I was like, you know what, God, okay, I get what you're trying to do. So I actually set some things up where I have a Zoom account that will not go out here. Um, and I'm setting up everything with professional um, counselors as well as someone, because I know I can't do it all by myself. We're all here, a chain. We all flock and do things together. So I'm going to have it where people can come and speak their truth and find help. I'm going to find the best way I can to provide resources for people. because there is a stronger you inside more than you even realize. You may feel like I'm all over the place. I can't get things together. What's going on? I just seem to always lacking in the area. You are not lacking. God didn't make you to lack. Where you feel as though you lack, you actually are going to be launched at. For years, I'm like, God can't use me. I just seem to keep messing up. I can't seem to, get out of these addictions. I just keep going back. You have to find trigger points very well. And how you do that is really coming to the realization of, I am an addict. And this may not be for everybody viewing this. And get into counseling. There is nothing wrong with it, speaking it out. One, because you already have a guard up of who you can trust and who you can't trust. Let me tell you one thing about a professional licensed therapist. They can't go run and tell your business. So that's a safety net for you. Because see, the addict brain will tell you this person is going off and telling your business and they don't love you and they don't care for you and all the crazy stuff that your addict brain will be like shut down from wanting to get the help. No, there are people out there that can help you. So my area will just be an open community for let's have a conversation. How can I help you? How can I find someone to help you? Because it may not always be me. It's not. I don't want it even to be on me. I just want it where you come, let's just talk. I found for myself, if I had someone who could share their story and help me peel back layers of myself, that would have been a great start for me to come to the realization of opening up my mouth. Because a lot of us, we just want to be heard. We didn't cover it up. Addictions come in so many forms, and they start sometimes from us not dealing with issues. We want to cover it up and mask it with whatever. So before you know it, we go off track. But you can always come back in and come into God's arms, and He is a Savior. He'll provide you with everything you need. You have to be willing to open up. That's what it is. So what I would like to just offer out to anyone, and if it's not you, if you know someone, is just resources. Resources of how you can go about just talking. Talking opens up a lot for you. And I also have it where it's going to be really confidential. So even if someone passes your number and information to me, they're not going to get anything back from me. Because it's not my job to tell anyone's business or make you feel like, dang, I should have never did this because this is just what I thought it was going to be. No. So it's really going to be a place for you to peel back some things in your life and for us all to, and just get the assistance that we need. The resources and everything that I have, I've already been working on them and working with people. So I'm actually tomorrow, more than likely, going to give you guys my website, because I have a website for one thing that I do for like my social media, but I'm not going to stay in one area. I'm going to go wherever God leads me. And I don't know why it keeps coming back to this, because I never really wanted to deal with it. But I'm finding out, I can't speak and say it's in the dealing where God will use you, where God will open you up, and then not want to have it for myself, And so I was like, I got to live what I say. Because I know He's true, and I know He does abundancy. I know He does a lot. So why not even, change it where it's like, you do know you speak this out. So you need to be taking heed for it for yourself. So I'm going to change a lot of my stuff around because I am a living witness that you can come out of addiction. And when I tell you, I'm so grateful to God for it. I really am, because I did not see myself here a couple years ago. And then being diagnosed with, my multiple sclerosis, and just life, to know that I'm still living and a fighter through it all, not giving up. God can literally change you and really put you where you won't even believe that is going on. But you know where I believe? I know it's nobody but Him. I know it's nobody but Him. I couldn't have got myself where I am to actually have a sane, quiet, calm mind, to be willing to push, to even view past like the trauma that I've been through, because all I would concentrate was the trauma, the trauma, the trauma. And you know where my mind and everything is now? It's just on peace. I can't explain it to you. It literally did come overnight once I decided that I can't carry these bags no more. They're too heavy for me. And it just seemed like more and more is getting added on. So when I gave it over to God, before I know it, a lot of things just was getting cleared up off of me when I started dealing with these issues of getting into therapy. Actually going into counseling for, my mind, and doing the opposite of what I would normally do. Don't collapse, buckle, and fold. Stand firm. Stand firm in your faith. God has you. Actually, really opening up the Bible past Psalms 23. Literally, my Bible's not down here now. How about this? I have more than one Bible now because I literally have ripped the back off of one, because I actually embraced reading it, but more so living it. Like I'm living proof that where you once were, God can move and transition you somewhere totally different from where you were. So I am going to probably, if I can't get it all done tomorrow, because I have someone helping me get all the digital side stuff together. I'm learning as I go here. I will have it up. But I do believe I know how to put one piece in myself. So I'll be trying to do the things myself so I can learn how to do my own information. But I also take help. So I want to have it up because I find out, don't cover up what you have been through. It's like back in the day when you were a kid and you swept your I know for me it was sweep, stuff right on under the rug. Next thing you know, it's this hard lump right under there. No, clean it up, get rid of it, deal with it. You'll feel a whole lot better actually knowing what is actually the root of what has us in these kind of areas. And that trauma is more than just a physical trauma. A lot of it is mental. And that's where we have to really do about changing our mind and working on our minds. We really have to work on our minds. It's never too late to do that. Never too late to do that. and be patient with it, because it didn't just, trauma didn't come instantly. It took some time, and a lot of the trauma we were either subjected to from others, but some of it was our own doing too as well. Because even if people did it to us, we some point allowed it to, by not speaking up. And that's okay. Don't make yourself feel bad about that, because now you know better, you'll do better. Who are you giving access to you? Who are you allowing to tear you down? Because before you know it, what they have said to you then stays in your head, and then you be so fixed on that you can't never change. Who do God tell you you are? How does God talk to you? Because everything he says to you is a living truth and is real. So when he tells you he loves you, he knows everything about you, and you're special. You're one of a kind. You are. You are. You can have a twin, identical in everything, but please know that you are one of a kind. God knows exactly how many hairs you have on your head versus your twin. You are one to him. He knows everything about you. So again, who are you allowing yourself to have, who are you allowing yourself to be around, because you're so scared to be by yourself? For me, being by myself for a while, it was, silence was loud, because I was so used to just letting myself be around people just so I thought it was right. I thought it was, an everyday thing. Let me get up, let me go somewhere, let me do this, let me be around them. Change that thinking. When you're by yourself, a lot of the times you're not really by yourself. That's where God can actually speak to you, because he has your divided attention, your undivided attention. A lot of the times you don't even have to speak with him. You will find out exactly who he is by just being quiet and let him speak to you. You'll find out so much about yourself. So don't just want to be around somebody because you're not used to being by yourself. God is going to place the right people in your life that's going to motivate you, embrace you, and love you, and care for you, and show you what it is to be man or woman. Because I'm finding that you here, I'm a woman here, so a lot of people think it's a woman issue. No. We're humans. It's mankind, woman and man. And it's so amazing how God still loves you and opens you up. It's not really amazing because he knew you from the very beginning. So don't just think that things is happening in life and you can't figure out why. And then you almost sometimes want to ask, like, well, why, God? Why is this happening to me? It's a song that I would always play. Why not me? Anything that's ever happened to you, God allowed it because he knew he was building you stronger. So where you think you're weak at, God was like, no, I'm going to show you strength in everything that you done been through. So where you think you're weak, I need you to know you're strong. I'm building you up. So stop looking at yourself as this weak, fragile person. There's nothing weak about you. And I know that now for myself. I survived it. So where they say that saying only the strong survive, you survived because God built you for that. So where you thought you was weak, God literally, it's like my grace and my mercy is going to get you through here because I need you to be at this point so I can strengthen you instead of you trying to strengthen yourself. Thank you, Jesus. Man. And be okay that people may not get you, because people get so caught up on how you were that they either want to keep you there and remind you of it so that it can get into your brain, or they will go away. Because what happens is then you become a mirror and a reflection for them to see, like, dang, I did everything they did. I was bad, or I did some things that were crazy too. And this person changed. Maybe I need to change. So either they're going to change or they're going to not. But you can't worry about anyone else. You're an individual. God needs you. Just like he worked on you, he can work on them. So don't you try to stop and hinder your growth so that people can come along with it. You stop trying to fit in with the masses when God is going to have the masses fit into him. And it may be you. He's going to use you on an assignment. Fit into him. The best thing we can do for people is pray and let God work on them. We all do reach back, but let God do the reaching, and he will talk to you and tell you to go back and reach. Because for a while I wanted to reach, and it was empty reaching. It just kept drifting me away more and more. And that's because I wanted too much of me. I had to stop and pray and come in to him and do a lot of other things too. A lot of other things to make sure that I needed this to be you, God, not me. I'm being honest with you. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Because if I look at it, how do you want me to do something when I don't even have finances to do it, the education to do it, all of these things that tell me I shouldn't be doing it? But the one thing and the one person who I know has all of it, so not even the one thing, the one person is God. So I done been disobedient for so many years. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do it because I know he has me, and how he do it, it's going to amaze me too. It's going to amaze me too. And one thing I've learned just over the years, when I don't want to do something, that means it has to be done. And I have so many I don't want to do this things, but he just keeps dropping stuff in my lap. So I'm gonna be obedient and just say, you take the wheel from here, because I don't want to drive. I just So I'm going to get as much as the information out. You guys give me some time. A lot of you guys on here actually have my number. But you can, and I really normally do not like what they call the direct message stuff. But I have someone to filter through them for me to see, because I don't like the spam stuff or the slick side door, backdoor talking, and I gotta get better with that, guys. Pray for me on that one, because I'm gonna shut my mouth on that. But I am definitely going to get more information out so that we can all just sit and have conversations, and we can help one another. We can help one another, because one thing I can tell you about addiction, it's an everyday fight. It's an everyday. You have to just thank God every day that you're here, because there's so much out here that can tempt you and trigger you, and that's where you have to really rely on God I would not be able to do this on my own. I've tried it and always seemed to fall and drop the ball. But when I gave it to him, he finds a way of keeping me still. He finds a way of giving me peace. He finds a way. He finds a way. And to that, I say thank you. And to that, I say thank you. So you guys have a great one.